to see you again for this new edition of This is Culture. Great piece there from one of Africa's greatest musicians, the living legend in African music, Mali's Oumou Sangare, the songbird of Wassoulou, which is her hometown in Mali. This particular song is called Fajamu from her latest album titled Mogoya, which means Today's People. Mogoya is the first album she produced after a hiatus of about 8 years. Her fans were very happy when she finally released this album last year because the artist had been quiet for such a long time. But before we find out why she had been quiet for all this time, it should be noted that since the release of this album, Oumou Sangare has been on tour ever since, in different stages around the world to countries as far-flung as Australia, Mexico, Japan, and various stops across Europe. Her very first album was Wassoulou, which she produced when she was only 20 years old. When you listen to Mogoya, it has a tasteful update with a cleanly recorded but more minimal set of backings for agile vocals.
When you go for 8 years without really talking to people, when you eventually do speak, you need to show something concrete, something good, something extraordinary. And that's what really pushed me to show the best of me that I could. I fought. I gave of myself so as not to disappoint my fans who've been waiting for 8 years.
Pour vraiment ne pas décevoir ces fans qui m'attendaient depuis 8 ans. J'ai développé quelque chose.
I developed something in my music. I didn't abandon my music. My music is still there. With kamelingoni, karna, djembe, you can hear all that. But I've decided a new sound, thinking of youth who are very important for me. Because I'm a mother, I feel the needs of young people who are now very important in my music.
Qui était très important dans ma musique.
She writes and composes her songs which often include social criticism, especially concerning women's low status in society. Her music majorly addresses women empowerment, and her new album continues to address these issues. The lyrics address difficult topics such as jealousy, ingratitude, betrayal, and the day-to-day problems faced by the African society. For example, in this song, which she features Tony Allen, Yere Faga is the title, and it talks about suicide, which is a taboo subject.
Dans cet album, j'ai parlé du suicide.
For example, in this album, I speak about suicide, which isn't a subject we talk much about and which is gaining ground everywhere. Suicide was rarely known in Africa, but now it's very frequent. It isn't just Europe, it's everywhere, and that's why I tried to speak about suicide. Generally, how does suicide come about? It's to do with problems of stress.
C'est des problèmes de stress.
From music, Oumou Sangare is also involved in the world of business, including hotels, agriculture, and automobiles. She launched a car, the Oumou Sang, manufactured by a Chinese firm and marketed in conjunction with her own company, Gono Oumou Sang. She is the owner of the 30-room hotel Wassoulou in Mali's capital, Bamako, a haven for musicians and her own regular performing space.
Quand les concessions, la fabrication des véhicules chinois ont commencé, je suis allée à Chine.
When the Chinese started manufacturing cars, I went to China. I ordered vehicles in my name so that I could become a dealer in Mali. Again, to show African women in general that yes, a woman can become a car dealer. I'm not rich, but willpower drove me to speak to women, to tell them, wake up. Develop yourselves.
La volonté qui me pousse à aider à parler à la femme, de dire oui, réveille-toi, développe-toi.
But music music remains at the absolute center of Sangare's life, and Mogoya represents an exciting new chapter in her career, something which she approaches with a mixture of boldness, humility, and confidence. We wrap up today's culture segment, but be sure to join me again next week for yet another edition. It's goodbye.